It's 2025. Uh the year. Oh, first let me put this and get it out the way. This is the PlayStation 5. I figured if I brought it online, then you guys would have been motivated to like, subscribe. So, and my my bad, I got into some stuff. I even burned my entire forehead, burned off and stuff like that. But 2026, guys, welcome to the live. We're doing the PlayStation 5 giveaways. I said my bad. Looked it over and I realized that we're just running the 5K campaign until we hit 5,000 subscribers. Then we'll give away this 1 terabyte PlayStation 5 here. So take a look at it. Take a look at it. Come on to the live. We end last season prematurely. We're gonna stream every Sunday and Wednesday at 9. Um, but I hope I can find you in good health, good, spirits, good condition, and we're back at it again, spreading peace, love, and light into the world. You understand me? Let me get set up on my computer here right away. Our topic for today, I think, is a topic well needed. I think it's a topic nobody discussed, not in school, not in nothing. Real topic. I'm here to ask the question. I'm here to ask the question. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the live stream. As I say, no, we was out for. Oh crap. Okay. Switch over back. I had the camera, the phone, misconnected. So we hear PS5 giveaway, everyone. Remember, once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we are gonna do that PS5 giveaway. So remember to like, subscribe. Welcome to the live stream. And as you know, we always try to spread peace and positivity. We're just gonna give this live some time to warm up. Let me rest this down right here. Okay. Um, we finished last term prematurely. As you know, we try to spend 1 hour a day spreading peace and positivity into the world, and we discuss socio-economic topics that we believe are helpful and contributes to society. Today's topic is, do do we think society is getting better or worse? This topic is in light of recent events. Tragically, uh, lady was killed by ICE, and also Donald Trump went and took a president out of his bed. So we're here spreading, positive energy, positive vibration into the universe. And we're asking the question, oh, let me set up my poll. I know we've been out for a while. Big up KC, big up. We're asking the question. I'm setting up a poll. Okay, so we jump right into the poll and we say, do you think our actions is making society better or worse? My name is Ale the Savage, Cassidy Codrington, the government call me. But I am here and we are here to discuss socio-economic topic. I'm trying to keep the sanity of society together because societies seem to fracturing. We're just all going crazy. And I'm asking, do you think that our actions collectively are we making society better? Are we making mankind better or worse with the system we have put in place with government, with police, with borders, with laws? Is it getting better or is it getting worse? Take our poll. When we get 20 persons on the poll, we like to give our point of view. Um, but do you think society is making life better when you get up and you drop your kid off at school and you go to work and the things you partake in during the day? Is it making us any better for it? Do you think society will hit that? You know what I mean? What are we growing towards? You understand me? It is 2026. And at this point, at 2026, we're supposed to be really melting. You know what I mean? And I know people are like, we have to be different. We have to be, yes, we have to be different. But we have all come in contact with each other. We have all come in contact with each other. And now we have to learn to accept. As I say, I read a very powerful paragraph in literature class or English class in the 10th grade, and it was about globalization. I'll never forget. The teacher was Miss Henry, and in the paragraph it says that we must globalization is destroying the world. That we have to learn to take with one hand and give with the other. Big up yourself, Charlie. OC. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Okay, and so it's the globalization. You have to learn to take with one hand and give with the other. We have to learn to accept, and we have to learn to that there are boundaries for us also. You understand me? If you think that a person have the right to live the way they want to live, then you yourself have to understand that you have to create room for that person action. As I say, the president, went and he committed his actions. um I feel, remember to take the poll, guys. Do you think our actions today are making society better or worse? And as I say, in 2026, we're supposed to be dealing with the aliens. I think mankind is just a specimen that cannot learn. 2026, how are we progressing if old school? This is like when they went down there to, where you call that place there? Iraq. This is Iraq all over. 2026. This is Iraq all over again. We're supposed to be we're supposed to be doing away with border. We're supposed to be start like internationally policing the world in a different way. And here we are, what I mean, dropping bombs same way like it's 1999. Mm. Remember, take the poll. Do you think our actions is making the world a better place or is it making it worse? As I say, our duty is to spread peace and positivity into the earth so we can, grow as mankind. And again, what what are we doing? Always we going to school, getting a degree, making the world better if somebody can kick off your door at any time and drag you out your house. You understand me? Or are we thriving as a race if we still need brute force to communicate? I think that
The English language is a very powerful tool. If we all learn to use it well, then we wouldn't need any type of conflict in the world. We wouldn't need any we wouldn't need anything. Welcome, Lucas Scammer 1540. Welcome to the live. Big up yourself. Blessings. Be positive. You know what I mean? And we out here, Lucas, asking how does what we do in our everyday life. I know it's a hard topic to come about, but we have to do it. Yes, somebody have to do it. You know what I mean? It cannot be all laugh and giggles and madness all the while. We have to ask ourselves the socio-economic question, and we have to try to keep with sanity about us. Okay? Please take our poll. Do you think mankind is getting better or are we getting worse? Welcome to the live. It's 2026 Irie Corner. So for the next 30 minutes, we are going to be pressing this topic, mankind behavior. We have to, somebody have to, like, somebody have to keep stuck. You know, what I haven't seen in a while, a philosopher. I've seen people studying gender neutrality, liquidity, gender, but I've never seen a philosopher in my 30 odd years on earth. And I do go to college and I be around the intellectuals. I've seen civil engineer, I've seen programmers, I've seen geologists, I've seen every what happened to the philosopher. I've seen psychiatrists. If you need somebody to coach you, right, in 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 your thought pattern, in your behavior pattern, wouldn't it be safe to say we need people to come up with new pattern of thinking? And that's what philosophers were. Philosophers are just people who sit down and observe the thought pattern and question it and work on it. Like there's an old mechanic to it. And I think one philosophical term is our actions making the world better. This is a big topic. I say you guys probably won't grasp this long to come. Basically, I'm asking, is it pointless to have a police officer in today's society? Is mankind ideals obsolete? Because with the current behavior of people, the only solution I see to come in the future is they'll get an AI to govern us all. They'll say everybody misbehaving. If we cannot control ourselves, if we cannot bring about peace and freedom amongst ourselves, we're going to come about and we're going to put computers in charge because we're going to keep accusing each other of not being able to manage ourselves and manage others. And that is where it's going. That's why I say we have to stick about it. We have to ask ourselves. We can't get up tomorrow and clock in to work and send the kids off to school and just keep going. It's crazy. It's madness. If they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, but yet still you get up and you start the week at Monday and you end at Sunday, or whenever you end and you start again. We have to stop and ask ourselves, is our actions making society, making the world a better place for future human beings, for future citizens of Earth? Have we actively resolve any issue mankind has? Because people still getting sick, people still dying, criminals still out there. So what are we doing? You understand me? Please take our poll. Do you think Our actions are making the world a better place, are making, even if you just hit yes or no randomly, take a poll. Any little Jacob line, I don't know what Jacob line are you talking about. Good night, Gun Solo 210. Welcome to the live, we're spreading peace and positivity, you know we discuss socio-economic topics, sociology, human behavior. We specialize in it. I like collecting the data. What's good with you, Gun Solo 210? We're here chilling. Hope you're having a great year so far. Remember, life can only affect you if you believe it does, you know what I mean? You just phase through it, take it easy, go about your day, and don't let them upset you. Where are you watching from? That's what's up. I can't wait till GTA come out too, man. I'm waiting for that. November. We only have 11 months to go. If Rockstar if Rockstar, oh, we're doing the PS5 giveaway. We're doing the PS5 giveaway. When we hit 5,000 subscribers, we're gonna do the giveaway on this PlayStation 5. Remember, subscribe, hit like. I forgot to run the promotion. Yeah, that's the Gun Solo 210. That's the difference between us and the people them actually do it. You ever see the guys them who skydive? They believe they can. You understand? I can't skydive. I don't have that luck. You feel me? You just have to believe you can. I promise you, belief is a powerful thing, man. And I believe deep down in myself that one day we can get it right, even for a second. We can get it right. But tell us where you're watching from. Um, Gun Solo 210. Tell us where you're watching from. Remember to subscribe. We got the PlayStation here. The PlayStation 5 giveaway. Just hit that subscribe button. It's because the camera's so close, I can't really keep it here. But remember to subscribe and take the poll. And I mean, as I say, I know it's a boring topic, but you have to find patience in the world. Um, a lesson I learned out here being a man is that you shouldn't be. There's no such thing as being happy all the time. Happiness is a drug. They tell you your body release endorphins when you feel happy. Nobody say you're supposed to be happy all the time. Are you content? You understand me? Can you live with your condition? Thank you for that one, Mike. Mike tripping. That's funny as hell. But big up and welcome to the live, Mike. You don't know the world need a dozen more, Mike. Big up yourself. We're taking it easy out here. And we're talking about human behavior and whatnot. Mike threw me off with that one. I'm honestly don't remember where I was, but that was funny. I'm like, oh no, Mike, girl, dump him. Mike, you shouldn't be doing that anyways. That's your cousin. Big up yourself, Wayne. What's good? Welcome to the live. Tell us where you're watching from. We're chilling, all in our vibes. We're discussing life and how we can, be better, make the world better as human being. And you should call the authority on that one, Mike. But anyways, I was at the point where I'm like, who say you're supposed to be happy always? Some of the saddest case I've seen on the internet, I've seen in this world is people seeking joy, excitement that hit a adrenaline and end up losing everything. Some days, as I say, if you're alive, Food is in your stomach. That's all you need. We need to remember, embrace minimalism. If you have everything, it's still a burden. The more you have, the more you have to think about. Sometimes you have to just let go and live. I'm like that. Sometimes you see me disappear. I'm just chilling. I don't want to be a part of the world. Sometimes I unhook from the world. I'll be in my backyard or just on the couch. No TV, no nothing. Just chilling. Remembering, stay grounded, stay rooted. You don't need to be happy all the while. You don't need vanity all the while. Sometimes, and that is what meditation is. Meditation and stuff like that. If I ever become a big content creator, I would go to China and or Asia and become a monk temporarily. I would like to do that, like I speed and them. But I have to get these subscription up. Remember to subscribe. Fishy fish. Welcome to the live, fishy fish. Big up yourself. Nothing wrong with that, fishy fish. Nothing wrong with KFC. But remember to walk light, peace, positivity. Let light shine. Make sure your action is forward. Make sure your action progress forward. Make sure what you do today benefit in a positive way tomorrow. You understand me? I once ran a very successful company, and one day they called and gave me a work order, and it was against my moral code. And I had to shut my company down. It took years to rebuild and things like that, but I'm trying to tell you, you have to have your soul have to have a shape. There was this thing on TV. They said, "What would you do for a Klondike bar?" And that's a very powerful statement, a very powerful example. If you'll do anything for a Klondike bar, then your soul have no shape. You understand me? No boundaries, because boundaries define things. Where do you stop? Where do you? I don't know how to. Big up yourself, Beetlejuice. Welcome to the live. Tell us where you're watching from. You know what I mean? Welcome to the live, Irie Corner. Subscribe for a chance to win. When we hit 5,000 subscribers, we're going to raffle for this PlayStation 5 I got right here for you guys. I'm going to set up the live stream where I can have it so you guys can see it. Maybe seeing it will influence everybody. But remember to subscribe. We're gonna be here every Sunday and Wednesday trying to spread peace. Take the poll. Is our actions making society any better? And I'm here to tell you, whenever you live your life, live it with true meaning, live it with purpose. Don't take life for face value. Don't get up and get a job because they say get a job. Don't read the book because the teacher said read the book. Read the book because you want to be educated. You understand me? Get a job because you have an idea what you're going to do with your paycheck. If you go to work just because they say go to work, then when you get the paycheck, you're going to be. Growing up, my mama that style where she spend the money before she get it. And at first, I was like, man, that's craziness. That's kind of recklessness. When you get the money and spend it, that's madness. First of all, money is like a drug. If the right amount hit your hand, you're going crazy. You're not gonna remember what you're supposed to do with that shit. I'm telling you, you have to have a draft plan. You have to write it down, and you have to. And as I said, don't take life at face value. Money is a drug too. If there's a substance that you get up and you use every day, multiple time a day, you and your family members they fall out over it, people lose their life for it. That's a drug. Worse if it's not necessary, that's a drug. I discovered a simulator in farming that everything come out the earth. So money is the most unnecessary residue of society. You understand me? Live your life, people. Take back your life. Find yourself. Center yourself. You don't need a handbag to be worth something for you to feel like you're worth something. Because I'm telling you, the type of value that you need to have, you know what I mean? You can't keep it in a purse. You understand me? Chrissy Bear 7077. Yes, I'm Black Chrissy Bear. It seems like you have the power of observation. Use it to your advantage. Be a positive person, you know? All right. Remember to subscribe, like, welcome to the live. I'm just out here trying to preach peace, positivity, and tell the world to remember we used to have sense. Stand firm on your morality. Your religion don't matter. You understand me? We have to hold the line. Hold the line, man. Hold the line. Andrew, Andrew said money is cool, but the things I can buy with it a lot better. Ah, Andrew. But that's the thing. If buying something with money is a lot better, just imagine if you can make these things yourself. If you become a real creator. You understand me? Money is cool, spending it is better, but having real power, Andrew, having real money isn't even power. Money is money. Power is power. You understand that? hmm When, as I say, I dabble in civil engineering and stuff like that, and have a business. And when I pull up and I look, and you have a problem to fix, and you have your money and you only want to spend, I'm telling myself how much of your money I want. You understand me? Because with the knowledge comes power, and I have the power. You feel me? You can buy a lot of nice things with money, Andrew. Oh, a lot of nice things. But you can do way more with power. And that's what I'm saying. You have to take back the power in your life. The power to wake up when you feel like, the power to gain a skill. I'm telling you, the world isn't focused on the wrong thing. Money, money. You need a skill. Uh, the blacksmith, the jewelry cutter, the jeweler. I was watching how to cut a diamond. Beautiful process. Beautiful process. Abaros, welcome to the live. Welcome to the goddamn live. You know what I mean? Big up yourself 2026. We're at it again. We're at it again. Remember to hit like, subscribe. And here we have the PlayStation 5. We're doing a 5,000 subscribers. So when I hit 5,000 subscriber, we're gonna give away the PlayStation 5. YouTube have a program that will I'll just type in the description of the giveaway, and it will draw the winner, and then we'll um keep the live, remind the person, and then we'll ship it out to you, and you take a picture with your PlayStation 5 and stuff and send it back to us so we can keep pushing our podcast. But remember, 5,000 subscribers and we do the giveaway. You understand me? Brand new PlayStation 5 for the winner. Okay, so we're back on topic in 30 minutes because it's kind of a Jamaican show. So in 30 minutes, we'll start to approach Jamaica for 2026. But we're here still talking about how to make the world a better place. And I think just like crack cocaine, I think just like fucking methamphetamine, money. If we remove money and we start bargaining again with our skill, with talent, with real talent, then the pyramid would turn upside down. The men on the top would come tumbling down. And the so called poor and the impoverished and the lame would become wealthy people because their labor would be theirs again. You know what I mean? And hiding behind the three-letter T word would be no more because just like how you cannot legalize prostitution, there's no way to legalize slavery. without using taxes as an excuse. I'm from Jamaica, KT177. Drew Mayers, big up yourself, big up your goddamn self. Welcome to the live 2026. We're doing a 5K subscriber giveaway. So if you subscribe, we'll give away a PlayStation 5. We had a due date on it for December 2024. We didn't get there, however, we just purchased the PlayStation and we're gonna run the live. So remember, big up yourself, Katie. Don't worry, we'll soon be shooting from Jamaica too. We're gonna be streaming live from Jamaica for a little bit, so big up on the goddamn self. We soon approach 9, 11 minutes to approach Jamaica. Cause I be trying to preach sense into the world, but I try to speak to Jamaica directly. Who is MG Duckies 804? Duckies, if you're looking for a boyfriend, don't come to the live with that. You hear me? Lift up. Lift up. But yeah, Katie, uh, we like to preach positivity on this channel, and we also like to discuss social topics, you know. I fancy myself a sociologist. I like to collect data. Ooh, we got 11 people on the poll. Let's see. 27% say yes and 73% say no. So 73% of people said that we're actions in what we do in our everyday life. We get up, we elect officials, we have judges, we have police officers, we have captains of ships, we have principal of high school, and we trust these people. We trust these people to make our life better as a community. The poll asks, do you think the trust that we place in them, do you think the things we do, we get up and go to work because we teach and we parents that we're supposed to go to work and we trust them? Do you believe this brings for a better life? Do you? It is 2026, you know, and I'm surprised nobody isn't asking the question. 2026. I'm upset because I feel like mankind is behind on our evolution process. Mr. Pugh, yes, Mr. Pugh have a message first. He said, don't let negativity keep us from the Lord. Bless up yourself. Blessings, blessings. Big up yourself. But yeah, 2026, I feel like mankind is behind. We are not evolving. You understand me? And this is because nobody, when we started out society, we said we pay tax for protection. You understand? We pay a tax because if everybody in the community give up a little bit out of what they have, then those who don't have is supposed to catch up to us. And that's a catch up to us. You understand me? So if your bill, you have 10-acre bushland right here, some 5-person movie. Understand me? And 4 out of the 5-person, they built their homestead for winter. They had brought in some animals, and one person just in a hut, a shed. Okay, and the leader come and he say, "I'm gonna collect something called taxes, and we're gonna put all that, put a little bit, and we're gonna take it down to homesteader number 4, and we're gonna give it to him, and we're gonna give him 2 chickens and probably 2 goats, and we're gonna help him chop wood, and he's supposed to catch up to us, and so we can all thrive within this like a 10-acre bushland. Because if something happened to us, we would like him to come back and help. This is what taxes is. This is what society is. Churches aren't supposed to be closed. The government get up and make all type of law. It is illegal to do this, it's illegal to do that. You were supposed to be cold. The homeless supposed to seek refuge in the house of the Lord. The buildings are supposed to be wide open. There is nothing of value in a church for you to close your door. When a child die in a garage because the mama couldn't afford to live somewhere, they blame everybody. with the pastor. There was no church. There was no church around to say, hey, you know, if I go to Pastor so and so, they'll let me. I'm just calling on mankind, pre-recording, post-recording. We can come about to our senses. We can do this, man. We can get up and we can calculate our actions, sit and think about them before we make them. You understand me? It all starts. Is taking this job going to allow me to properly foster my family, or am I gonna go without? Alienated from your children then because they're at work all the while. Mm. We're coming up on we have 5 more minutes left on the topic. We're going to switch over to Jamaica news soon. But yeah, remember, Irie Corner people, remember to subscribe. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers to do our PlayStation 5 giveaway. Otherwise, from that, thanks for stopping by and talking to us. You understand me? Our topic for the day is, do we think our actions, the things we do, is making the world a better place or making it worse? And 60 or 59% say no, it isn't making the world a better place. And I strongly agree. You understand me? We have to revamp society. We have to check and maintain the machine. You understand me? But come on, people, let's send this subscription counter up. Welcome, it's 2026. Understand me? I feel like mankind society should be more vibrant. You know what I mean? It's the future we discuss, it's the future we talk about. Mhm. They got stem cell research out there, the Apple Watch, the Tesla robot. I like the Gigapress, Elon Musk Gigapress. I think that's a very good piece of technology. I'm really loving it. 3D printing. Understand me? We're supposed to be arming ourselves with information, maximizing the technology at our fingertips and living life to our best. Instead, we're still on the clock, churning away at the dollar just to go and blow it because we don't have a solid game plan. You understand me? Here at Irie Corner, we implore you to live your life with meaning and purpose, to center yourself, to take back power. You understand me? Find a trade, find a craft, find a talent. I am Meat. Big up yourself. Welcome to the live. Where you're watching from? Energy. Energy. You know. Remember, you can drop your name in the and we shout you out. Welcome to the live 2026. You feel me? And most of the information we know about Jamaica, cause we left Jamaica. I left Jamaica a long time ago, but I still watch it. I wish I could have helped, govern the country, but it's sad. It's sad when I come out into the real world and realize that Jamaica don't need help. Remember, people, peace, positivity. Understand me? Think about what you do in life. Think about your decision, them. Like, it's crazy. We have to make sure. What I've heard in a while? I haven't heard anybody say they're trying to make the world a better place for their children. What I heard since recently is fuck them kids. Excuse my language. I don't mean it like that, but it's a slang I hear all too much. L hairstyle. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Okay. So when we do we podcast, as I said, for 30 minutes, we discuss socio-economic topics. And today, 60% of our poll said they don't think that what we do is making the world a better place. 40% say yes. To those 40%, we say congrats, kudos. But to the 60, for the majority who feel the same way I do, you understand me? We gotta try and make better life choices. We gotta try and come together more. We really lost the community. There's no community. There's no community basketball team, no community challenge anymore. There's no statewide group anymore. The YNC, NCA, whatsoever that was just out here. I went to a building, that recreation building they're supposed to represent community, and they was charging like a understand me? So okay, we're going on to the Jamaican section now. Yardman thing. Um I've been busy, but I've been keeping an eye on it, and all our information we take from the observer, and I've been observing, and it's sad. So a storm hit Jamaica, right? And somehow Jamaica got 100 million US dollars, 100 million US dollars for the people who didn't even have anything before the hurricane came. We didn't, the most Jamaican citizens didn't really have anything before the hurricane came, and Jamaica is a third world country, right? And when the storm hit right away, I'm like, okay, disaster is always an opportunity for new beginnings. And I think the government would have got up and tightened their bootstrap. You understand me? Like, if we run this ship right, we can get maximum profit. We can put something in the pocket and we can get rich as hell. And I was reading an article and they said that the Prime Minister lent JPS the $100 million. I'm still looking it up to see if it's real. $100 million, and they lend the $100 million that was supposed to help farmers, that was supposed to plant back seed and buy cow. Right now, it should be in the news that, hey, a shipment of cow is coming down from Brazil, 10,000 head of cow. Citizens can get two head a piece within a given range. You know, farmers who have proof that they had cow before the storms can get some cows. I thought that the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, would have called the Minister of National Waste Management, a few engineers, and put 20, 30 million into Jamaican infrastructure. When they came up with the idea to lend JPS 100 million US dollar, nobody in the country, nobody in cabinet had enough sense to be like, no, JPS is a private firm. Jamaica government don't own JPS to go and put money into, and that's energy. JPS has been charging Jamaicans a foot and a leg for the past umpteen years. And then the one ticket, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. When I was a boy, I grew up in the country, and so my mom, we moved. I moved with my mama and things like that. But I was a bit slow to the game. You feel me? And my mom sent me to this fair, right? And I bought a ticket to go on a ride. And I had the ticket in my hand. And a kid came up to me and he's like, let me see a ticket. And I showed it to him. And he's like, no man, this not good. It not good, man, cause it crush up. Them now gonna let you in with it crush up like this. He said, he said they wouldn't let me onto the ride with a wrinkled up ticket. And so he asked me to go and change the ticket. He said he's gonna go and get a new ticket and come and give me. Never see that kid again. Never see him again. What I'm saying is, Jamaica, when you took $100 million and lent it to the energy to a private sector, 100 million loan to there was not a lawyer, there was not a business, nobody cared for the country, nobody cared for the people to say no. That's all we have. That's all we have as Jamaican citizens. So why would we take 100 million and put into energy when we don't even have fucking house to put the light on? Like, think about it. There is no fucking house. There is no road. Why would you lend $100 million to a private electric firm? To do what? Well, let me tell you, Jamaican isn't governed by itself. And at first, I was mad at Andrew Holness, but it's not him. Jamaica is run by England, and the Governor General had to sign off on something like that. You understand me? Andrew had no say in it. He did neither good nor evil. He's just a puppet sitting there. The real evil is whosoever the governor. 100 million fucking dollars. Even if you had to lend the electric company some money to reinstall the pool, to revamp their grid, to upgrade their business. All right, that's like the equivalent of you getting some relief for a hurricane and you take the money and lend to your neighbor to get a new generator for their business. Nobody in Jamaica, nobody in Jamaica, $100 million loan to a private sector firm. And nobody thinks that's crazy. Even if they had come to the government and said they need 100 million loan, well, we cannot give you 100 million. That's all we got in the bailout. We can give you, we can give you 20 million, and you refix the system. And for anybody who invest in energy, you know what I mean. I like portfolio. I know how the big game go. And anybody could have wrote. Akon went to China and got $1 billion in credit from a solar company. Giving 100 million to JPS is a different type of evil. You understand me? I said the National Waste Ministry, NWA. I bet your Riverton is still a dump. Mm? Jamaica, with $100 million, you probably need a little bit more, or you could have talked to the contractor, you know, come up with something. There's something called a thermal energy plant, and I think it's very dope for Jamaica. It's this plant where you have a giant incinerator basically, and you burn the trash. And when you burn the trash, the heat from the trash is captured by the mechanism system. I'm not going to go into engineer for you. And it powers the turbine, and the turbine produces gigawatts of energy. You understand me? JPS, they have windmills, and you got $100 million loan to JPS, then gave away 3 houses. And Jamaica, you never get better, man. Jamaicans, we like to scam. We like to think we are con artists. We take pride in feeling like we're smart. But I'm trying to tell you, in this world, nobody get away with it, man. And if you know somebody, or if you who sat there, if you sit there as an intelligent person, you feel me, and see, it's crazy. They put all the money there is into a private man, into a rich man. And this is the evil they talk about in the Bible. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen. GPS have their money, they have shareholders, they have shares to go and fucking sell on the trade and the stock market. I was in Jamaica a couple of weeks, you remember, like 2, 3 years ago, trying to invest, see if I can come and help the people, and I could not. When I came off the airplane after 10 years, I saw two dudes right on the highway shoveling out the trenches. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't know about skid steer and mini tractors and create these young men out here breaking their back when you could still pay them nothing to operate a machine. Because you're paying them nothing to dig in the dirt. But you could have still paid them nothing to, you know what I say, free my people. I'm telling you, Jamaicans aren't free. It's like the world felt bad for us, the world felt sorry for us and gave us a candy, and we evil mama. The British crown took it from us. Took it from us and have 100 million. I say a thermal plant. People crying for water. There is no road. They didn't excavate a machine. Hmm? One at the time I saw an incident where it's like they had 40 generators, and I asked them why they hate me and my people so much. What is our crime? Because you must understand, everybody in the Caribbean, 25 island, the Caribbean is comprised of 25 island in the passage. And we all African tribes. But we commit some type of crime, I'm telling you. Them Brits been bitter about it since up until now. I'm asking, the 100 million US dollar to a private sector. There's no guarantee that the light bill will be reduced. There's no guarantee, nothing. As I say, I was watching it, and at first I was thinking, Andrew Holness, this, as I say, he has nothing to do with it. The British crown, man, the crown. I hope one day, though, guys, I hope one day we'll finally have some type of, I mean, reckoning. I don't think there's any justice in this world. Everything is balanced off and everything. I think this happened to Jamaica too because Jamaicans spend too much time partying, too much time flaring up like chicken. It's like watching. I have animals and I watch the roosters they fight, and that's how Jamaican men are. Hmm. We like to puff up, flex with feather, territorial, with nothing. Hostile, lavish. Of course, I'm the animal. What you mean? Savage. Like all of them. But today we're talking about Jamaica and how she gonna recoup from the hurricane. We're talking about the $100 million loan that the crown decided that the private sector is supposed to borrow. 100 million. I said we could got coal from Brazil. We could have got excavator machine for the engineering department to keep Jamaica street clean because tourists can come in. Mm. But I realized that what they do is they sell it out to developers. As I say, I came down to Jamaica secretly 3 years ago to do some investment, put in some projects, and I found out you cannot. It's a big game, big game. You know what I mean? Larger than life type shit. Hmm. I was excited. As I said, there is a thermal plant that you could install up by Riverton Dump and burn the trash up by Riverton and capture electricity and give to people for free. 100 million to a private sector. 100 million. I'm still breaking down. That's all they said. When I read it, they said that the emergency fund that whatsoever bond we that Jamaica got was 100 million US dollars. And then when the money came into the country, as I said, there was let me see if I can remember the ministers. You have Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Education, which Andrew Holness started off as. And I'm telling you, that nigga was my hero growing up, man. He had a soul when Bruce Golden was doing it. Andrew Holness had a soul. He was real. And then he became the prime minister and start, I guess It's just the rule. But anyway, agriculture, finance, security. I don't even remember the rest. But just based off those, as I said, the Minister of Agriculture, they would get like 10 million US. Or you divide it up 10 million even across the administrative government. You understand me? So every sector have a chance to replenish. Mm. Bring in some goats, bring in some cows, bring in some new strand of seed. You understand me? Real budget. Mm. Um, as I say, there is no. You know what could upon the up what happened? Big up yourself, Martin. Big up your goddamn self. We here talking about Jamaica and how she gonna recoup from the hurricane. And there is a drilling rig, large drilling rig. Growing up in Jamaica, or even many times you watch on TV, there's like, oh, these African peoples is carrying water. And just like a racist guy online a while ago was typing the N word and stuff like that. We grew up walking 3, 4 miles for water. And when I come to learn and understand that all you need to do is just drill into the core of the earth and water shoot up out that bitch. What? Even Oprah went down to Africa and bought the people them one well before they bought buy the machine, the drilling rig. What I say in Jamaica is, or what I'm saying to the government and them is, you have to give the people them something to hold on to. So Jamaica experienced its first lowest crime rate in years. And everybody up at the government celebrating. But Jamaica has never seen a star. How was the murder they gonna go out and murder if the whole place fuck up? How is the killer they gonna go out and do what they're doing if there's a natural you didn't do anything, bro. And as soon as they get back to normal, it's gonna shoot back up. You have to give the people them something to hold on to. What is money gonna do inside the country? As I say, it was a storm. And the world's fucked up too. Everybody took the opportunity to take pictures with the distressed people of Jamaica, and nobody helped you guys. There was no corn sent to Jamaica. There was no goats or cows sent to Jamaica. There was no real say Canada send engineers. That them I know exactly what they did. When them guys got that pay leave to go to Jamaica and work on the power line, they went down to the resort and they ate because there is no construction going on. Mm. When you help a country in disaster, you send a couple ton of wheat. People can get cheap flour. You send a couple barge of sugar cane. People can drink and eat and build back a life. The fuck is paper going to do for Jamaica? I'm getting too passionate about it. And this is why I try not to do live. I bleed through my sleeve. You feel me? Growing up as a boy, I thought I could save a nation. And then you find out a nation don't need saving. You understand me? Tommy Garson, big up yourself. You find out that the nation don't need saving. You find out that the people they don't want to wake up. Jamaica, just vote. I said I can find 10-year-olds right now, explain to them the situation, and they come up with proper plans. Every time I look at the Observer, because as I say, all my news I get from the Observer webpage. Every time I look at the question or the poll at the end too, we're asking if Tommy, we're asking if having police officers judge everything we do in life. You know, we get up and we have a religion, we have we have 911 we call. Is these things making our life better? Are they actually working? So that's what the poll is about. Do you think what we do in our going to work, having a job, does it make life better for us? Does it make life better for our children? And that was the question in the poll. Big up yourself, Mr. Buzz. Yes, Mr. Buzz, I'm from a next country. And I don't mind being an animal, Mr. Buzz. This is what it takes to be, you know? I'm the last monk, the last sage. Looks is vanity. My soul is radiating peace and common sense. That's all you need to know. You understand me? And you shouldn't go out telling men how they look either. You know what I mean? Have some decorum. Okay? Anyways, I'm back to cursing the Jamaican government and the crown of England. We still know. We still know. That was a foul move. You hear me? I said, give the people them wheat. Mm? Give the people them livestock. Understand me? Right now, there should be with the money, $100 million. Teachers can get paid. Agricultural teachers will implement a new agricultural approach to Jamaica. You know what I mean? And then you set up some classes in the schools, after classes for people to come in and learn these new agricultural processes and really build the country. Jamaica is a gem. It's beautiful, and we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose it if we don't use it. You understand me? And I'm not only talking to the prime minister alone, because he can't do it by himself. What happened to the next generation? The kids them in high school supposed to be looking on at this and tell themselves that they can do better for Jamaica. Unfortunately, circumstances have me far away. You understand me? I went down the rabbit hole. I found it still. I think engineering is really the way to go and things like that. Bomber Clot, man. Big up Evans. Big up yourself. Yeah, it took me a while to find engineering. I see it, you know what I mean? But I've been pacified. Ain't no nothing for me. I can only talk from my chair. I can only try to encourage the youngsters there. Become active in your community. You understand me? Find out the stations that are above you. Who is the police chief? Who is the minister? Who is the, you understand me? Smokey, this guy is Allah the Savage. You understand me? And we're here preaching about Jamaica. We're here trying to spread peace and positivity into the world. We're trying to let light shine. But they ain't no dog meat. Big up yourself, my general. Welcome to 2026, you know. I hope everything fine you will. Tell us where you're watching from. But in our little live podcast, we was just discussing society, like, is it getting any better? And then we moved to the topic of Jamaica, how they disperse and allocate the funds. And then we're looking at the mechanism of Jamaican society. And I urge young youths, the younger generation, because it starts with Uno. Yeah, as I say, not even I can. The powers that go and govern us is already smoky 14. Anyway, we don't like smoky 14 type of negativity. Fire upon that. Anyway, so younger generation of Jamaicans, you have to want to govern yourself. And govern mean discipline. You understand me? You have to get up and read more than they ask you to read. So if your history teacher tell you read chapter 1 to 4, you gotta go to 10, bro. We always read a little bit more. My teacher, they never liked me in class. I always have the question for the answer. You feel me? Big up yourself, Ghost of Gorilla. Big up yourself, big up yourself. But you gotta think. The brain is a muscle. The more you think, the better you get at it. You feel me? Sometimes you can overthink. Sometimes you do need to relax. And that's why I say sometimes I unplug and just let the world go by. Like the lion underneath the shady tree. I just sit there and watch and wait. You know what I mean? Ready to pounce. But remember, because I was about to attend NCU and I would have done politics. They'd have to fucking shoot me in that bitch. I would have done it. You have to try and make a difference. It's like as I say, I had so much admiration for Andrew. I thought he would have built. Be worried about legacy. You understand me? Stand up for something. You know what I mean? Fight for something. But there are scary people in this world. This world is like the ocean. You know what I mean? You got the piranhas, then you got the shark, then you got the killer whale, then you got the giant squid. So we can only do what we can do, and the pole has changed. Ross Clark, big up yourself, DGA5150. Welcome to the live, my general. Welcome to the live, you know. Peace and positivity anywhere you're there. 2026. Understand me? I can only implore humans to stop and think, meditate. If you go to the gym and your workout regimen is 1 hour and 30 minutes, schedule 5 minutes to sit down and meditate, meditate, meditate. You understand me? You can't reach higher self. You can't reach higher purpose. I want to be good at what I do. I want to live this life. I want to feel. You understand me? Experience the experience. I've had a couple experiences and things like that, like going to sea for the first time. Beautiful, beautiful. You understand me? I want to go see the Great Wall of China. A lot to be done. And I implore you, find the same drive, find the same inspiration. Live for this life. Big up yourself, the Guff. Irie, you know? Blessings. But remember, live this life, man. Because if they say only one life to live, if they say you don't get no more, why waste it on the unimportant things? Mm. You want to go to the beach, go to the beach. Don't say because work there. Just live, man. Live, you know? Uh, and help your brother. A word of advice go a far way. I know in this generation, it's like mind your business, but we've been minding our business for far too long and it still don't get better. And now your business start to affect my business. You understand me? So now your business gonna become my fucking business, and if it become my business, then we have a problem. That's how I believe. That's how you understand me. So I'm saying, I'm saying, and I've been saying this from a start, my channel, trying to fight racism and all the ism and schism of the world. That society is what is called an external conscience. You're about to do something and a voice said to you, don't do that. It is in the same way a voice from somebody else. It's still a part of your conscience. You understand me? So we have to stop and listen to what people saying. Yes, we have the right to be free. Yes, we have the right to be different, but we still have to operate within the confines, within the boundaries. You understand me? Honey Buns 89. Big up yourself. Breezy or Jake. I say Wheezy, you know, I'm from the old school. I like intellectual artists. Little Wayne and Vibes started like greatest thing for walking earth. You feel me? Intellectual incline. I think I've never listened to any of them, but I know the baby, the guy from Charlotte, he be a good rapper. J. Cole. You understand me? Intellectually inclined. Clever with the words. Which other rapper I know that as Nas? Nas be dope with it as hell. You feel me? I like my wordplay them. All solo from the rap battle. You don't know. He's back at the gates, wondering who's guarding the gates. Yeah, but anywhere the intellectuals are, we study the stylings of Shakespeare and Leonardo da Vinci and all of them, all of them. But it's 10 o'clock. We started at 9. I'm gonna give you guys like 30 minutes extra because I owe you guys. We kind of went cold on you because we had to prepare for the New Year's. You see, we put some money in the till. Remember to subscribe for your chance to win the PlayStation 5. We're gonna be running the giveaway till we hit 5,000 subscribers. We do the raffle, we do the draw live. So just subscribe and get your chance to win. We're gonna be here Wednesdays. We're gonna be here Wednesdays and Sundays for the rest of season. You understand? I'll let you guys know when I go on hiatus because I do stop these lives to do other things. But remember to support. You see, we do this because we're trying to be, well, I'm trying to hit stage though. I'd like to grow old with long flowing locks and knowledge to share with the youngsters them. Understand me? If this was Lord of the Rings, I'd like to be the what the wizard name? The, the one with the staff, whatever it is. Savannah Kirk, fire for your Savannah, fire upon you 7 times. You hear that? But big up your goddamn self. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us where you're watching from. And things like that. I'm glad to see you guys 2026. The future is here. You know what I mean? Savannah still talking about people's sexual preferences. Huh? Like I'm from Jamaica and people's sexuality has never bothered me because what you choose to, I'm not getting in bed with you. I'll never get in bed with you. So why would I worry about what you're doing? Huh? Yeah, you forgot that sexuality is behind a closed door. We're talking about society, Savannah. What is your IQ? Huh? How smart are you? Hmm. Uncle Baby Bill. What is up with these names? But big up on yourself, man. I'm Zimbu from Africa, and I'm so happy to be here. We had a song like that in Jamaica. Please, no racial, nothing. Igusapu. Bend your back, look at the stuff. Thanks for taking the poll, everybody. As I said, we still at 51% say everything we do in society today. 51% of our voters, and we have 53 voters. 49 says yes, the law works. Yes, the government works. Yes, the school work. While 51% believe that it doesn't work. Going to work doesn't work. The police system doesn't work. None of that. Dijon blood clot. Big up yourself, Dijon Mister. Sweet angel. What's 9 plus 10? Well, what's that question for Sweet Angel? Neil Thames, big up yourself. Welcome to the live, Nelly. Welcome to the live. Big up on the goddamn self. I'm here chilling. Where are you guys watching from? Remember to stay positive. Can't make the world change your mood, you know? And remember to choose intellect over everything else. As we discuss in our life today, you can have all the money and no power. If money was all that, the millionaires, then people who got rich would be in power. The people them who in power don't even have money. Remember that. They just have power. You buy a piece of land, you give them the money and you assume power and right over the land. You want a car, you give them money, you assume the power over the car. You understand me? So choose power every time. Learn a trade, learn a craft, learn to master and manipulate your universe. Hey that. I'm about to dip out and y'all, I'm gonna go look something to eat. You know what I mean? I'm trying to fight the fatness. I'm so fat, but I can't help it, man. Food is fucking delicious. Anyway, all right, everybody. Until next time, I'm out.